Hello, this is Dr. Paul, and today our medical minute is going to be a very common ailment, which is essentially called leg cramps, and especially the ones at night. So let's just get right to it. Now, everybody else out there will call that a Charlie horse, so you understand what I'm talking about. The good news is that number one, it is harmless, but when you have it, it will make you jump out of bed because it's pretty painful. So when does it usually happen? Mostly at night. It will last a few seconds or a minute or two and it will go away. And who gets it? Unfortunately, like you and I, as we get older, we're more likely to have those. So why is that? Well, that's because the muscle tendon gets shorter and stiffer as we get older, and it is no longer elastic. So when we put a strain on our poor tendon, it would just go into spasm, and ergo, the leg cramps would start. So what can we look at for risk? Who are the ones that tends to get it? Well, first things first, if you are age 50 or older like me, you'll get it. If you overwork your muscles, like if you are a weekend warrior and things like that, you might not want to push it. It's good to exercise, but don't do the sudden exercise. Now, if you sit too long because you're sitting in front of the TV, in front of the computer all the time, again, um, have an alarm every 60 minutes. You got to get up and do stretches and walk around. If you stand too long because that's your job, then that's a problem. You need to figure out how to sit down for a while. And don't drink enough water. Dehydration would cause cramps by itself. And if you are stressed for reasons I don't even understand, it causes leg cramps. So, what can you do? Well, this is a really common problem. Depending on which muscles is in spasm, you may stretch your calf, your hamstring, your quad. And I have given you a link below that you can click so you can learn what kind of stretch exercise you should do for those. Now, bar none, if you want to prevent this, please, please, please stretch your offending muscles before you go to bed every night. Yes, it's a bother. Yes, nobody likes it, but stretching before you go to bed will prevent most of your problems. Next thing you need to know is if your bed sheets is really tight, like in the hotel, you need to pull it out and loosen it so it will not put the pressure on your feet. You got to make sure that you're well hydrated. Make sure that you don't drink alcohol or caffeine after 3 p.m. every night because that causes the cramps. And the sleeping position is tough, okay? I sleep on my back, so I start snoring, but it is really hard to keep your toes up unless you have a prosthesis to force it to do so. If you're a belly sleeper, you're welcome to hang your feet over the end of the bed, and that will keep your legs and your cramps from coming on. So, always stretch after each exercise when your muscle is warm. You can also stretch before the exercise, but again, after the exercise is important. And don't forget, stretch before bedtime. Okay? So, here are some of the things that will make you go and see your doctor. Because even though cramps are painful, it does not cause numbness and swelling of your feet. And if you think some medications are causing this, you really need to see your doctor. And if you have not pain, but creepy crawling feeling in your legs that cause you to have to move for comfort at night, that's called restless leg syndrome. And it's a totally different issue, and you need to see a doctor for that. So below are the common medical conditions that are often associated with pain in your legs or cramps. And I will not go into that, but it is for you to read. And if you have any of those that may cause your legs to hurt, I suggest you go see a doctor quickly because they can usually fix those easily. Okay, so now that you know about how to fix leg cramps, the next video I'm going to talk about will be stretching, the different kind of stretching stuff, and why stretching is important and why stretching would help with a lot of our age-related shortened tendon problems. So if you like what you hear today, please hit the button and give me a thumbs up. Recommend it to your friends and family so they can also know how to take care and prevent nightly leg cramps. And sometime next week, we'll be talking about the stretching needs and why it really works. In the meantime, I thank you for all your attention. See you next week.